Hello there. I'm here to tell you how to spot a fake Chanel clothing item. So I recently purchased a piece of Chanel on eBay and noticed that it wasn't the real thing. So here I thought I would make this video to kind of educate people on what to look for in spotting a fake Chanel. Okay, the first piece I have a skirt, or I have actually two skirts here. These are both real Chanel that I'll show you. And then the top over here is the fake item. So with the Chanel, the first thing you really just want to see is the label. And I'm going to try to zoom up on this label. And you will notice that the stitching on the Chanel is absolutely perfect. The block letters are nice, bold, and bright. What Chanel does is if the label is black, the stitching is actually all around the label is also black. And one thing with Chanel, you can't stick your fingers through the label like maybe most labels that you see. Another thing is too, they have this other stitching here that's white, and that's just part of their labeling. The perfect bright letters, and or the sharpness of the letters. And then another thing too I noticed is with the real Chanel is that it always has the size tag and where it's made attached to the Chanel tag up here. Okay. Now, this is another example of a real Chanel tag. Again, I've seen them use the black and the white, and this one's a white one. And same thing, you've got the crisp letters, and then you still have the stitching in white. You can kind of see it there all along. And then they have the black stitching just to kind of offset it, kind of boxed as part of their label. Again, it's their size tag, made in France, and then the size of the item and the item number. Okay. Now here, one thing I do want to note too is when you see a Chanel logo on an item, and hopefully you can kind of see that because it's kind of reflecting a little bit. But anyway, it is permanently fixed on to the clothing item. I don't know how they do this, but it is permanently fixed on. See, you can't, there's no stitching on it. There's no stitching on the back. I know, it's just very clean and permanently fixed on to the clothing item. Now here's an example of what I believe is a fake Chanel. Here you have the black label. It looks okay, huh? But look at the stitching on it. The stitching is clearly not authentic. It's sloppy, it's poor workmanship. And the label, actually the letters, when I look at it, is just not as crisp as a real Chanel. So again, let's kind of look at the difference. There's this one, and then here's the skirt. I mean, huge difference. Okay. Another thing I noticed with this Chanel top is here, they have this little logo and it looks really cute, but if you look really close, it's like been hand stitched on there. And look at this in the back. And if I flip the sweater over, obviously someone did a very poor job in trying to stitch this on. And typical of Chanel, they don't do that. It's really pretty much permanently fixed onto the item. Just the quality of the craftsmanship. It's hard to see when you see eBay pictures, but like the buttons, I mean, they're just cheap faux buttons on this sweater. And unfortunately, when I looked at it, I'm like, wow, this was such a great deal. Well, now I know why, because it is clearly a fake. Okay, and also they don't use the medium size. Most of their sizes are always European. So here is like, this one's a size 44. Okay, so I hope this video has helped you spot a fake Chanel top or clothing, because I actually tried to look for something on YouTube and couldn't find anything. So good luck and happy shopping.